In addition to doing this fun, silly hypnosis, I also help people completely transform their life. I use hypnosis to help people overcome their fears and addictions. I help people to break through their anxiety or depression and help people to reclaim their confidence and motivation.
I have no addictions.
No addictions,
Nothing.
no fears.
No.
Your life is perfect right now.
Yeah?
Afraid of snakes.
You're afraid of snakes?
No, not water. All right, you know what? Spiders.
Spiders?
There you go.
Moths.
Moths. If you can get me unafraid of moths,
Yeah?
I'd be very happy.
Do any of you have any moths here?
I don't
No,
carry moths on.
right, you don't carry them on. I'm joking. But here's the idea. So imagine, I want you to just imagine right now. You don't have to close your eyes, but just with me, imagine what if I had a giant moth in my pocket.
Okay.
And if I were to take it out, how would it make you feel?
You'd run.
Probably, yeah, I'd probably take off.
You'd probably freak out,
Yeah.
right? I want you to just imagine right now. Imagine if I had a moth, and imagine you're scared, you'd take off, right? It's kind of scary. But think about this. It's not the actual moth that creates the fear. It's the idea of it. See, right now, even just by me telling you, here's an idea. Imagine an idea that a moth was about to be here. You'd freak out, you'd get scared, because it's really the idea that creates the fear. It's not the actual thing itself. See, if there was a moth flying around behind you right now, don't look behind you. If there was a moth behind you right now, nothing's changed, because he doesn't know it's there. Even though the actual thing could be here, but as soon as it comes into his field of vision, he sees it, then the idea triggers and the fear triggers. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's not the actual moth that creates the fear, it's the idea of the moth that creates the fear. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to simply just close your eyes for me. Close your eyes and imagine you see a giant moth in the center of your brain. Just imagine that's all you can see. Directly in front of you is a giant moth. And now imagine that moth, I've just fired a laser gun at that moth. And it's really just a shrinking gun. Imagine that moth is now shrunk to half its size. It's even smaller. Now imagine I've just fired that laser gun at the moth again. It just zaps the moth and now it's even smaller. Imagine it's zapped again. And imagine I continue to zap that moth over and over and over until it's so small you can't even see it anymore. And let me know when it's so small it's just gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not even there anymore. And now, what I really zapped was not just an idea, not just an imagination, but that was actually the fear of the idea that was in your conscious mind before, implanted in your subconscious mind. Where before you had a fear not of moths, not of the physical flying insect or creature, but the idea of a moth. And that thing we just zapped was not just an imagination, but that was the actual idea. And now that idea in your mind is so small, it's so minuscule, it actually just vanished because it was so small you can't even see it, that it's no longer there. Now if we were to bring out a moth, nothing would happen because the idea is now changed, because it was never about the actual object, but it was about the idea. See, even right now, imagine if I were to bring out a moth, if I pull a moth out of my pocket and I were to bring it out right in front of you, how does it make you feel now?
I don't know.
Imagine it's just floating around, flying around you. There's a moth here. How does this make you feeling?
Dude!
Let's try walking
No,
into
we
the
need
house
to walk into the
tonight
house tonight with the lights on.
All right?
Yeah.
That fear of moths, really the fear of the idea of the moths is just totally wiped out and it's gone now forever.
Can't you Lake Park? One low price.
All right, wow, we're going to try that out.